chosen ones, stop filling out those applications. Stop trying to work for somebody and helping them become rich. Get out of this system. It's a scam. You need to create your own system. Because this matrix was created to make you a slave. And when you are working for somebody for 30, 40 years, you are a slave. Plus, you're a chosen one. You came here to help people. You came here to change the planet. You came here to upgrade the frequency on this planet. And you can't do that working for somebody for 30 to 40 years. It's going to stop your mission. You wasn't sent here to be another NPC. Yeah, I said it. Majority of these people on this earth are NPCs because they're doing the same thing over and over and over again. Every generation of NPCs are doing the same thing over and over again. And what they're doing is going to school, kindergarten to 12. I know we have to go to school. We need to learn. But what you learn in school, you can't use it out in the real world. So you go to school from kindergarten to 12th grade. Then you go to college for 4 years, sometime 8 years, sometime 12 years, depending on what you want to major in. So after that, you graduate and you probably in your mid to late 20s, sometime 30s. And then you go look for a job. It might take you months, maybe years to find a job that pays you a decent amount of money. Because right now, when you get out of college, if you got a scholarship, if you didn't get a scholarship, you have to pay for college. So you probably got a loan. So now you got to pay that loan off. So when you're looking for a job, you got to get a job that's going to be able to pay those loans off and pay you enough money every month or every year to just survive. So now you're stuck at this job for 20, 30, 40 years. Also, if you get a house and you don't have $1,500,000 to $1 million or less, the house you get is going to be a mortgage, a 30-year mortgage. Now you're stuck in that. So you know you can't stop working. You got to keep working for years and years and years until you retire. And most of the time when you retire, 99% of the people, when they retire, they're in their late 60 to 70 years old. Some people still work in their 70s, in their 80s, because they can't afford to stop. So by then, you want to live, so-called live. You might want to travel, but you can't because Social Security probably not paying that much for you to do that. And if you wasn't good with your money, you probably didn't save enough to do that. If you did, you probably don't want to spend it all on just traveling because you know you got to survive. And this Social Security and whatever pension or whatever you have probably is not enough for you to live. So the money you save, you're going to have to use that to live. And maybe you were smart and invested in the stock market And maybe that's making you some money. But still, all the things you want to do when you was younger, you have a chance to do it now, but you can't because the money that you have is not enough. And also, you might be physically incapable of traveling and doing all these things. Because if you didn't take care of your body, then your body is all used and abused. And not just your body, your mind is all stressed out. You know, a lot of stress from working all the time, worrying about paying bills. And if you had a family, worrying about getting your kids through college, worrying about paying this mortgage off. So now your mind is all stressed out. As you get older, your mind is just, that's why a lot of people have all these mental issues when they get older, because all this stress they had to go through for 30, 40 years, working at a job they probably did not want to work at, stressing over paying all these bills. You know, it takes a toll on you at a certain time. It's just going to break down. And that's when these so-called diseases happen. And then spiritually, you probably look at like, God, I didn't really want to do this. I didn't want to really end up like this. What happened? So your spirituality has been broken because you was doing things that wasn't meant for you to do. You wasn't fulfilling your purpose. And now you regret not trying to do something that you loved to do when you was younger. So what I'm trying to say is, if you need a job right now, I understand you need to go work for somebody. But you have the internet. There are a lot of things that you can do on the internet that'll make money. I'm talking about legal things. That's legal. And that's what I'm doing. Now you probably ask, do you have a job? Yes, I do have a job. I have a part-time job, but that's not my end goal. That's not what I want to do for the rest of my life, even though I'm getting close to retirement. I got some more years to go, but I'm like almost halfway there. So I'm not going to wait till I retire to enjoy my life or do what I want to do or do what I was called here to do, which I feel like I was called here to. I was sent here, and my calling is to help people understand about law of attraction, manifestation, and frequencies, just all the things about creating a whole new reality for yourself. So I feel like that was my calling. And chosen one, you have a calling. And your calling wasn't to be a slave to the system. It wasn't for you to work for somebody for 30, 40, 50 years. You were here to change humanity, upgrade the world, impact the world. Because right now, at this very moment, this earth is ascending to 5D. And since you're a chosen one, you have the ability to be in 5D or experience 5D. Now we have these NPCs, they may not be able to have that ability because there's been programmed to follow the system. So you might not be able to save them, but you're here on a mission to try to change the programming. And I feel like I'm here to try to change the programming. And me working at a job full time for 20, 30, 40 years, stressing me out, and it's deterring me from my mission. So that's why I do what I do, because I feel like I was put here on a mission, and you have been put here on a mission to help humanity, to open the eyes of these NPCs, and to change this matrix. So I beg you, I don't want to beg, but I'm begging you, don't just go fill out an application and let that be the be all end all to your life. Research other things to do to make money. Study yourself. Figure out your calling and pursue that, and you can monetize that. Because out here in the job market, AI is taking over. So that may be the reason why you haven't got a job if you've been filling out all these applications and haven't got a call back, because AI is taking over everything. I'll say in the next 10, 15 years, AI is going to do all these regular little general jobs that people are doing right now, like data entry type of jobs, even in the medical field. They're going to have robots and AI having surgery and all that stuff. So if you are not making money any other way, you're going to be stuck like Chuck. So this is just me putting a message out there. I'm not saying listen to me because what I'm saying is right. I'm just getting you to think. And be who you was meant to be, which is a chosen one that's here to impact the world and put out the message to wake up all these NPCs. Now, guys, if this video resonated with you, please leave it down in the comments and let me know what you thought. And hit that subscribe button for me. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers. Once I get to 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to do something special. And lastly, guys, I'm on twitch.com, which is a live streaming platform. I'm on there every day. I'm trying to get to 50 followers. And all my followers, I'm giving away a free gift. So if you want a free gift, this free gift I'm getting is going to benefit you big time. So if you want a free gift, follow me on Twitch at Woke Reg. To check out more videos on The Chosen One, click this video right here. Peace, get woke, and keep rising.